Hey guys, so recently I joined this Facebook page. It's called like Irish YouTubers, and I think that's it. Yeah, it's called the Irish YouTuber page. And then I was like, I'm doing all these videos, and I'm still not sure what I want to do. And I was like, nobody really knows what I'm about or who I am. Well, I think they don't anyway. So then I thought I'd do the 19 random facts about me. I can't really think of 19, so we'll see. Ew, fly. So we'll see how we go. I have my R2D2 dressing gown on because I am just... Is it really dark in here? Wait one sec. No, keep that downstairs! Because it's Porix and they don't have any travel mugs and it's because I keep stealing them. Anyway, so... Can you still hear me while I'm talking? So yeah, 19 random facts about me. I have some of them written in my little notebook here, so if I'm looking down, that's why you know. It's just to remind me. Oh yeah. Number 1, I won't smoke the pen. That's it. One night, I went out with some of my friends from my course, and I got really drunk, and I can't remember anything. I can't even remember coming home. I can remember all of us sitting in a circle in her house after we come back from a club, and we were all sitting and chatting, and then blank. Can't remember. Literally nothing. And then I woke up in the morning and I was like, whoa, I'm in my friggin' pajamas. How cool is that? Like, not a mess at all. And then I went into the bathroom and there was like black all here and all down my like chest and all over my hand. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck happened? So I ran into my flatmate Clara's house room and I was like, Clara, what happened last night? And she just looked at me. You don't remember? And I was like, no. Why? What happened? And she just started laughing hysterically. And then I heard 2 of my friends that I've been out with that night come up from downstairs, and I was like, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, we stayed the night. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went down to the sitting room with them because I was like, what happened, guys? And when we were like walking down, and then I saw my blanket that I had and it was covered in black, and I was like, guys, what happened to the blanket? What happened? So basically the end of the story is I got really drunk, got home, and thought it'd be hilarious to get a pen and light it and pretend to be smoking and to be such a rebel. The pen burst and went all over my face. Once in geography class, all these facts are going to make me look like an idiot. Once in geography class, we were learning like glaciers and all that shite, and I turned to one of my best friends, Aoife, and was like, do glaciers and stuff ever make you think about like, Mom? Nothing. Anyway, I turned to my friend Aoife and I was like, does glaciers and all that stuff ever make you think about porn? I said that to Aoife and she was like, Polly, it's erratic, not erotic. And I was like, oh. I have a bit of a compulsive liar issue going on. Yeah, I lie a lot. There is a quarry near our house. When I was 5, we drove past it. I said, Mom, what do they make in there? She said pillars. I heard pillows. Up until I was 15, we were coming back from a basketball match and we were nearly home, and I just looked out at the quarry and I was like, wait a second. And when people were like, you thought they made pillows? I was like, well, I thought they just grounded up the gravel really small so it became light and fluffy. I have done 2 courses in sign language, and I once had a patient who was deaf and I was able to ask him did he want chicken for lunch, and I'm pretty proud of that. I was once in a shoot for Country Living. I played Country Child number 3 or 4. I'm not sure. They just put me in a woolly jumper and I frolicked around the bog. That was it. My biggest fear is I do a lot of sleep talking. It's just before I'm falling properly asleep. If somebody's talking to me and I'm like going off, I will just start talking absolute rubbish. My first habiter died because he got glaucoma, I think, and his eye exploded. And that was horrific to experience. The only amazing thing I can do is this. Let me see. I can do that with the tops of my finger. I wasn't always able to. I trained my fingers to because I wanted to have a cool thing to do. Can anyone else do that? Did anyone else train themselves? Were they that retarded that they wanted to have some sort of cool superpower? Favorite books growing up when I was younger were Goosebumps. My memory is really bad. Aoife is probably the only person that can remember everything that I've done in my life. And any story I tell her, she'll be like, remember that story? And I'm like, no. And then it looks like that I was lying or that I've made it up, but it's just that I cannot remember. And then she says it and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So my full name is Pollyanna Felicity Rose Emily Pretty Joyce. Pretty is spelled Prittie. It's not officially my name, but it's my mom's maiden name, so I've added it in there because, you know, I want her name in my name. Me and my sister used to play communion, whereby one of us would stand at the end of the kitchen and one of us would hold a glass of Ribena and some bread that was cut into circles, and then we used to walk up and stick out our tongue and get a drink of Ribena, and then we'd switch roles and do that over and over and over and over and over. So did anyone else do that? I have been in quite a few physical fights. This is all within family though. I don't think I've ever hit somebody outside of the family. God forbid I'd hit somebody outside of the family. No, I've thrown my sister into a bike. I can quote nearly every single episode of Scrubs. I was that obsessed with it. I know I do quite a few videos on makeup, but to be totally honest, most of the time I don't ever wear makeup. I cry at everything. I am wearing a t-shirt from a run that I did for ISPCC, but they also have a video of this boy who's being beaten up. It's to raise awareness about child abuse, and I bawled my eyes out watching that. And I bawled my eyes out at watching AI, Artificial Intelligence by Steven Spielberg, the movie. Couldn't stop crying at that. I absolutely love Guillermo del Toro, the director. I love every single movie he's ever made, which I don't know if I've watched every one of them, but everyone that I've ever watched is just amazing. I've nearly finished my nursing degree and I'm not sure if I want to be a nurse. I think that's 19, and if it's not, sure, we'll just say whatever number I finished with and say like that number of random facts.